everyone, and welcome to the Bob Pivot Courts at the Cardinal Sports Complex for CTN's live coverage of high school tennis. The Coon Rapids Cardinals hosting the Anoka Tornadoes. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro, sidelines. Welcome to a beautiful day outside finally.
Yeah, you know, it is beautiful, and we're sitting in the sun. It's kind of nice. The wind's not too bad, and this is a match between two pretty good tennis teams, both 3-1 on the season. And we're going to focus on first singles to start.
Sam Murillo off to a fantastic start. His only loss of the season against a highly ranked player from Maple Grove. Outside of that, he has given up just one game victory in his three wins.
Yeah, he's so good.
6-0, 6-0, 6-0, 6-0, 6-0, 6-1.
Yeah, his basics of the game are so strong. I mean, you saw on that last point, just the strokes, the ground strokes. He controlled it. He kept it deep. Did a really nice job to get that point.
Game point. No.
The ace for Sam.
That is going long. That is game point. And game one to the host, Sam Murillo.
He does a really nice job of charging the net, obviously, and he gets his opponent to he's going to have to get it over the top of him, but just too much on it.
Ethan Lamb from Anoka on the opposite side of the net, and the challenge before him is a tough one.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, Sam has really progressed throughout the years on this team. He's got better season after season.
Well, his fourth season as number one on I believe he was number one as an eighth grader,
right,
for singles. Coach Storick petitioned to get him on the squad as a seventh grader, but it was denied. Did get him on the court as an eighth grader, and I believe he went right to first singles. Lost the freshman year due to COVID, and the last couple of years, he has definitely been a solid number one for Coach Storick.
There he is. Head Coach Storick had a good opportunity to talk to him before the game. We talked about the depth on his team, and this particular team, one of the deeper teams, really since 2000, either 11 or 17. But this is he likes the team makeup here, and likes the start of the season at 3-1.
Yeah, and falling to Maple Grove.
Everybody falls to Maple Grove.
It's not a bad team to lose to. They have 3 teams in the top 10 in their section this season. Murillo approaching and hits it short.
Sam has to be kicking himself for that point because he had that. And he did a really nice job because Lamb did a good job of being the aggressor at first on that point. And then that deeper lob by Sam allowed Sam to rush the net. And unfortunately, he just couldn't complete it.
Lamb's lob to the back corner is wide.
Sam is so aggressive on his points. I mean, you can see him try and get to the net as soon as he can, and you've got a greater advantage there. Cut down the court.
Lamb fires wide again, hitting himself for missing what he felt was a good opportunity.
Yep.
He had a good volley going. He is definitely not going away silently.
Well, no, he knows the level of competition coming in. He knows that Sam Murillo is a great tennis player, and And he's going to try and go stroke for stroke with him.
Deep on the baseline and got over the top of it into the net. And I believe a break point for Sam Maria.
Yep.
That's long, and Maria will take the first two. An early set break, or serve break.
In a good spot for Sam, too, now being up 2-0 with his service, get an opportunity to see if he can increase it to 3-0 and take charge in this first set.
And a double fault to start.
Yeah, and obviously we haven't seen a lot of Sam play this season so far, but I would assume that is a rare occasion where he commits that double fault.
Yeah, he has a pretty aggressive second serve.
Well, and you need
we
to.
saw that in the opening set or opening game.
Yep, you need to.
Goes middle and gets another winner on the serve.
When I played, Joe, I had a very aggressive second serve. It went everywhere, but in. But it was aggressive.
And another double.
Curse of Shapiro.
So 15-30 Lamb.
Well, this would
trying
be
to break his serve.
Yeah, this would be a huge one for Lamb if he can do this. That serve just bounced up at the end, handcuffed him.
Even it at 30 and see if Murillo can figure out this side of the service. Yes, he can't beauty down the line.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a play.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, set himself up perfectly. Lamb had to stretch for that one and gave the volley perfect position for Sam to send it home. He hammered it.
Home.
Yeah, he did.
Waiting for a little traffic to clear so the ball can be retrieved. Yeah, just no chance. It's apparently underneath the CTN truck. How awesome.
Neil Hendon's going to crawl under it and see if he can get it. Oh. So it's been under the truck twice now. Third time's a charm. A little grease on the ball. There it is.
We got it up and over.
There's some grease on the tennis ball. It's antifreeze. The heck is on here?
A little extra spin.
It'll be a scandal. Be like pine tar.
Trying to drop it over was Lamb. Comes up just short, and it'll be game point for. Oh, that was game point.
That was game point
for Murillo.
Yep. So it's 3-0. So I think the start that Sam minus the double fault start that Sam wanted here.
And while they cross over on the singles court, we'll cross over to the doubles court, where the top team of Cal Jensvold and Joe Savelli for the Cardinals welcome Aiden McCarty and Jacob Larson to the pivot courts.
Yeah, this should be a good one as well. You know, doubles was always my forte because I was slow, and I couldn't play singles very well. But doubles is a lot of fun because there's so much strategy behind that with your partner, and you really have to do a lot of communicating.
You don't move much, but when
No.
it's hit right at you, you
Yeah.
are capable of hitting it back.
I am, but if I have to run for it, another day. You get it. It's yours.
We talked about it a lot on Sports Night. The preview show will be airing for a couple of weeks.
Yep. Well, you want to see it
Got an
over and over.
opportunity
So.
to meet with a lot of the teams. Still trying to arrange meetings with some others, but
We'll get them in.
they tennis team got a couple weeks in over at Public Indoor Tennis in Spring Lake Park. It's down 65 there. But it didn't really get outside at all until they were playing. They had 4 matches last week. Had a couple more scheduled for Saturday that were rained out.
Yep.
But before that, they got outside, I think, for Saturday, and then Monday they were playing a match against Buffalo.
Yeah,
Maybe they got out on Friday.
You never know in Minnesota with an outdoor sport, when you're going to be able to get out, especially on one that, you look at different variables. With the baseball team, you got to make sure the field's in good shape. With the tennis team, you got to make sure there's no moisture on the court. Same with the track team. Baseball and softball the same way.
I think we are ready to serve at first doubles. Joe Savelli will stroll to the line with the first honors and a wave to the CTN crew. He's ready to go. And there's some of the communicating and strategy going on the other side of the net you were just talking about.
He will be serving to Aiden McCarty.
McCarty put that one back behind the first singles court, and
at least it didn't go into the truck.
A little bit anxious and a little too much on that one.
Well, the first time you play in front of television and look across from you, you see Joe Young there. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking.
No one sees me next to the mustache. Good play at the net by Jensvold, right into the corner. McCarty let it go, hoping it would be long, but Larson admits right in the corner. Cardinals with a quick 30-love lead.
Yeah, really nice placement.
Just a bit long, and it's game point quickly for the Cardinals.
That was a nice second service by Savelli. He had a little spin to it, and McCarty just couldn't get enough on it to get the return. And Cardinals starting out well here in this first game.
I guess a let ball.
Oh.
This one a bit long, and now it will be game point.
Yep. They'll take the point. Yep.
Service was long. And a double fault for Savelli will keep game one going.
Again, you saw a little bit of that communication right at the net before Savelli was going to go serve.
A return long for McCarty and a game one win for the Cardinals.
Well, they started out strong, and again, always nice to get that first game under your belt in the first set.
I have been keeping half an eye on the singles.
I have as well.
And, you know, Lamb's doing a nice job
Yep.
of volleying with Sam Murillo. But Murillo finishing a little bit stronger on most of the points.
Well, I think Sam is just,
in
getting
control
into a flow.
in many ways.
Yeah, he's getting into a flow. That was nice, but you're right that Lamb does a really nice job of keeping volley.
Be interesting to see what Anoka is able to offer on the service at the first doubles.
Well, it's a big game for them because they certainly don't want to break here. And
Jacob Larson will have first service for Anoka. Return is long for Jensvold. I didn't even notice in game one, Larson's a lefty.
yeah,
Great return by Savelli. Good play at the net by Jensvold, and McCarty couldn't quite handle it, even at 15.
yeah, he put that one wide. It was a difficult one to get back, and nice teamwork there by the Cardinals doubles team.
Good finish at the net for Aiden McCarty.
That time,
Puts Anoka right back in front.
Jensvold left that point. Perfect place for McCarty to put it home and win that point. Looking to see if he could have got a little more loft on that, but unfortunately could not.
Savelli putting a little too much muscle on it. It was a big service right here for Larson. Opportunity to even it up.
Really
Another
nice.
good net play by McCarty, and we're at 1-1.
Yeah, just solid. I mean, that's how you win a volley. I mean, you stay in front of the net. You're quick. And both times that he won those points for his squad, McCarty was quick.
Jensvold to serve. And the return into the net. Both teams very strong opening service. I'm trying to remember which match was Thursday, I think, against must have been Blaine, I think. They
Thursday?
played Thursday. It was so windy on
Yeah.
Thursday, and this court, great cross-court play by Savelli at the net. McCarty into the net on the return. 40 Love, I believe.
Yep. And we'll see how this this first set unfolds. If it's going to be a game back and forth of win service.
Great drop shot by Jensvold, and a Love win for his service puts Coon Rapids ahead 2-1.
Again, just a quality play, and they won that game convincingly. I believe it's now 5-0 in favor of Sam.
I saw play earlier.
Yep.
It is 5-0. Where he kind of got himself into some trouble in the corner. He tried to go between his legs, didn't put a lot of effort into the swing, but just the expression on his face, because it was 15 feet away, and saying, why did I get myself in that position? that was my only option. But yeah, so far a convincing performance from Sam Murillo, and we've got a good one going at first doubles with each team winning serves so far.
Yes, that'll be kind of the tale how it goes here.
So we'll see if Aiden McCarty able to continue the streak with his first service of the afternoon. His team trailing 2-1. And again, all three games so far have been relatively quick.
They have.
First service is long. That one right down the line. Too much power for McCarty. Great effort to get to a well-hit ball by Jensvold, but just a little too much on it. If that's 2 feet shorter, that's a winner for his team.
I like the thought by Savelli, just couldn't get under it enough.
Strong service from McCarty returned into the net, and I believe that gives him a 30-15 lead. Where's Harley Schultz when you need him? Keep track of the
I tried to patch
scores.
him in. I tried to do a Facebook live with him, but I couldn't reach him. I thought maybe he could track his stats for us. But it'd be a little difficult if you could only see one match at a time. But knowing Harley, he could get it done.
It's going to be a double fault.
Yep.
I believe this is break point, so. Or no, they were up 30-15, so 30 all. Again, I need Harley. That's a double fault. Now it could be break.
I think so.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe not.
We're just winging it. That's
Once
all
you
we
lose
do.
track,
Well, we're so easily distracted, too.
good return for Savelli that
Yep.
will give them the win, and that's a big
Huge.
service break as we'd been talking about.
Yep, big one. Now they're up 3-1 with service, and it's going to put pressure on Anoka to try and break it here. Because if they don't, all of a sudden they're up 4-1, and they've got this first set relatively in hand.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, well, I just get so excited when I'm doing tennis.
Savelli takes care of that point on his own, gets the Cardinals the 15-love lead. Savelli had to shepherd the ball to a safe location.
Yes, so nobody steps on it.
Double fault. Whose fault is it? Shapiro's fault.
And it's doubly my fault. I'll take twice the blame. Samarillo captures that first set, 6-0.
Actually, I think it was 5-1. Because they wouldn't have switched over. He was up 5-0.
I didn't see it. Could be. It could be 6-1. I didn't see the 1 on there, but.
Oh, because you only change every other.
Well, I know, but.
So
I do it for
it's
TV
either
purposes.
If he won 6-0, then it would be 1-0 in the next. Of the second set, but he didn't put a 1 up.
Well, since
that leads
we're
me
not
to
watching.
believe it very well
Totally.
could be that it was 6-1. But we'll wait,
We will wait.
and we will know later. We know that he won because there weren't
Yes.
enough games
Absolutely. We just
for Ethan Lamb to come from behind. But
we break
with this
sport down.
conversation, we have completely lost track of the score on the first double score.
After the first game. What is it? 1 or?
A double fault means a break service for Anoka.
Oh, so that puts it at 3-2.
And as you talked about, how crucial it was for them to break
Huge.
service and return the favor, they were able to do just that. What I was trying to say, and it could have waited until this time. We could have finished up
When there's
paying attention to
but
paying attention to the court that's actually on TV.
why?
But they only change over between an odd number of
Right,
matches.
that is correct.
After 1, after
After
3,
three.
after 5.
Correct.
And since they have just changed and there are zeros on the board, it means it was after 7 games. So it had to be 6-1.
But couldn't it have been 6-0 and they're just changing to start the resting
No.
to start the second
I mean,
set.
they could.
They could.
Except they switched sides of the net.
Eric Bertram, head coach for Anoka. He had a lot of nice things to say about us. Appreciated the fact that we were here supporting tennis. And I told him we were just here to bring him all the net results. It's an old one. Ba-dum-bing.
Said watching sports in the sun is our racket.
It's ho-ho. There are no strings attached either.
I would go to court and testify on it.
Would you? Get a grip on yourself.
I'm working hard, but
you're searching for one.
No question.
No question.
The ultimate sports reference. No question. Great play by Cifelli right into the feet of McCarty. Not much you can do with it there.
Well, Anoka too. They have to make sure they don't lose this service.
Larson gets the long return from Jensvold, and return into the net. And as he did his first time at the line, Jacob Larson working quickly and efficiently, getting his team out front. Or just a touch long. Double fault.
Fault.
Good power, but is that just long?
Yeah, well, the Coon Rapids doubles team called it out.
Camera operator Charles over there taking a defensive stance.
Well, it's not the first time I've been watching. It's a good thing he's got a dancing background.
Right.
Because he had to nimbly jump out of the way a couple of times. All our camera operators and everybody
Best
in
in
the
the
truck do the greatest job. We're so fortunate. You know,
Making us look good.
We
is
just come
not
out here
easy.
and babble. We just babble, talk about nothing half the time, and
What
but it
did
looks
you say?
good.
Cifelli well wide. And that's game Anoka,
Yep. So
as you talked about, needed. Back to even at 3-all.
yeah, the Cardinals who had a.
See, and with all that talk, I was wrong. They did actually take a break between sets.
I
It
was right.
6-0.
Yeah, it was 6-0.
Because they took the full change.
Yep.
And started out 1-0.
There we go.
All right, Shapiro. I defer to your
My tennis greatness. Is that what you're going to say?
your vast tennis knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom is what it is.
Yeah, it's wisdom. It's old man wisdom. Old man tennis wisdom.
Wow, Charles almost caught that one. Don't drop the camera. He is busy over there.
I'm
and
telling
keeping
you, I've
an
been
eye on
watching
both
him.
courts.
We're gonna have to get him like a chest protector and shin guards.
Does that go over the Superman cape?
All the protection that you can ever want and hope for. Dangerous profession.
That's why they love what they do. They get
Absolutely.
right in the action.
Absolutely. Or no question.
No question is the correct answer. So in your old man wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
where are we at in the score?
It's 3-3, I thought.
It is 3-3.
Yeah.
I was talking in this particular game. In the service for Cal Jensvold. Because I think this might be a break point.
I think it.
That
See if he
one
calls
was too
deuce.
long.
Yeah, should be deuce then. I can't hear him.
We need a neon, great big scoreboard. It's hard for me to count to 4.
Twice.
15, 30, 45, 50. It's an odd way to count to 50,
Yes.
but if you're a tennis aficionado, that's how you do it.
It works.
So Jensvold getting the win on his service puts Coon Rapids back in front. They have not trailed.
They have not.
Couple of breaks of service. On back-to-back games, and a tight one.
We're gonna head over to singles again, where Sam Mario's got a pretty comfortable lead.
And Ethan Lamb, we've seen both while we were, of course, when we move over it, the ball's lost under a truck.
Yeah.
And why is it so important for them to play with the same balls the entire game in a case like this?
It's just the way that they figured that they make sure the ball's all the same, and they weren't bringing in balls that were tampered with or Confederate balls. I have no clue.
I mean, I would think you've got enough tennis balls at the courts to not have
of
this
them.
delay.
There's like 100 of them right there, right outside the court.
In no other sport, does the contestant have to run outside of the court surface
To retrieve the ball.
to go track down a ball in a parking lot, and then wait for other points to play out so that he can return to his court. One of the nuances,
Yes.
of the sport, to be sure. Wow.
Yeah, there's just power.
And there it goes.
And that's across the street and into the parking lot across the street.
I was going to say, I think that one may have gone clear across to the school.
You got to get a crossing guard to help you get it. Yeah, that's gone. There's a.
Newly installed fence. It's only been there for, I think, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Kept it from going out onto Northdale Boulevard.
Otherwise, they would have been trouble.
And thankfully, there's a fan. One try.
Like it.
Show those high school kids how it's done.
Right. She did a cartwheel at the end too. It was great. Oh.
Not much chance for Lamb on that one.
No. just out.
Oh, well played. Great baseline volley back and forth.
It's impressive.
And
both guys.
Yeah. And what a finish by Murillo, getting himself into a position to rush the net and then being reactive enough to catch it off of the tape and just drop it over where there was absolutely no chance for Ethan Lamb to get up there.
Okay, so let's
in
play
that kind of.
Let's play guess the score like we did last time.
3-0.
So I think it's 3-0, yeah, as well. Yeah, we think it's 3-0.
Well, and I think I said, or at least I thought, about the fact that, the score doesn't really reflect how well Lamb has played a lot of the points that we've witnessed, including that last point right there. Half a dozen at least volleys from each player on the baseline. We are correct.
Yep.
Of course we are.
Of course we are.
Of course we are.
And remember Billie Jean King.
So we may, even as we're watching the singles, we may have to play that same game on the next changeover for doubles and see how good you are. That one's a little more challenging.
It could be either way. So I'm going to say it's 5-3. 5-3. We'll see. Back to singles. Sam is so fluid. I mean, his ground strokes are so good.
And again, Lamb spent a lot of time in that point and kept himself in pretty good position, but eventually Murillo able to wear him down and get the miss hit.
He's even killed. Sam Murillo is even killed, seems to be so far, and you can feel that way when you're up like you are, but
he's just got every piece of the game.
He's just as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Beautiful, beautiful drop shot right there. And again, he lulls Lamb into that ground stroke game a little bit on previous points, and then instead he gives a little softer cross-court volley to give himself an opportunity to approach, and then with a drop shot like that, it's almost unfair.
Yeah. And then you get your opponent to hit into an unforced error, and that's an opportunity Lamb has to have if he's going to try and stay in this. Point long or wide, I should say.
You should.
I should. I did.
You did.
I did. I corrected myself.
Good job.
It was long and wide. just keeps that thing so close to the top of the net, and he took a little something off of it.
And now Murillo with a break point here. And sometimes a little too close to the net. That one in right into the tape.
Yep.
And right at the center support, so absolutely no give to the net there.
Nope. It's not going anywhere.
It's not going to give you the favorable roll over the top. Again, a well-played volley from the baselines, and just wait for your opponent to make a mistake, and a mistake comes on the near side of the net for Anoka's Ethan Lamb.
It is 5-4 on the other side in favor of the first doubles team from Anoka.
So that's a big break on the last service for Anoka to take that lead.
Yep.
Trying a little too much finesse. Murillo just trying to drop it over the net. Left it a little short.
We've seen him be successful with that opportunity, but just couldn't get it that particular time. You know,
this time it is Murillo
yeah.
making the error as he plays it into the net, and I think this gives Lamb an advantage.
Yeah. And you can see Sam talking to himself. He knows that he mishit that. And those are things. Those are strokes that he usually does not miss.
Tried to get the lob over the top of him. Great job by Lamb to get it back in play. And then Murillo forced to hit just long, and it's a win for Lamb.
Yeah, and that's a big one for Lamb because he's trying to stay in this thing against a really good tennis player. And you've talked about it, and Lamb's done a really nice job of hanging with him. It's just Sam's just been hitting that one better shot to get the point, but you can't discredit Lamb at all. Ethan Lamb's done a really nice job of hanging in there, even though the score would not necessarily indicate it.
Let's see that. Everybody seems to be taking a break at the end of the first set.
Yeah,
looks like Anoka won
6-4.
First set 6-4.
Yep.
Here, I thought I knew something about tennis, and that always kind of threw me off. Why they would switch sides after game 1,
Right.
and then switch every 2, and if it was the end of a set, they would just play that next game before switching, and then on the changeover, someone would be up 1-0.
Correct. Nope. It's 4-1.
That I knew.
That you knew.
I
Okay.
knew. I've kind of been paying attention. Not 100%.
No, but we're having a nice time. It's nice out. We're
it
getting
is
some sun.
Yeah,
You know, it's
and,
good-
it,
it's
and
good
there's
for the
so much
soul.
going on, and,
Yep.
and we're easily distracted like
Oh.
a squirrel.
Yeah, I mean, this butterfly goes by. We start talking about that for half an hour.
Well, we got a track and field event
We
going
do.
on around us here at
Yeah.
the sports complex. I'm not sure.
That's JV.
That's I was going to say. I believe it's a JV event of some sort.
Yep.
But a lot of action, a lot of people, and weather definitely cooperating.
Yeah, it's beautiful out.
Beautiful facility here at the Cardinal Sports Complex.
Yep.
Parking is a little bit short,
It's a little suspect here.
but you know, I don't know that a parking structure is
it's not
is
eminent.
in the budget
No.
or really in the. I
Plans
don't know where
ever.
they'd put it.
the plans
Is it-
ever. Well, they-
Starting to run out of room.
Yeah, they'd have to. It's not happening.
But boy, the new facilities that they do have across the street, there with the beautiful atrium and the new atriums on both ends of the school, the new weight room.
Yep, it's a beautiful place. Beautiful complex.
And over here, of course, the brand new turf, the brand new track service, and
Yep.
as of just last spring.
Yep.
You've got the new football practice facility behind the school.
All right, they're back at it.
A great new field for the freshman baseball team.
I haven't seen that. I have not
It's-
seen that yet.
It's really nice.
I'll have to go over there. Yeah, this, we've been doing this a long time, quite obviously, and we've seen a lot of changes over the years.
The one thing that has not changed, the amount of fun we have
No,
doing what we do.
no, it's only it gets better every year. We're like a an aged cheese. Just gets
Does
better
that
every
mean we
year.
stink
Yeah, but
in a good way?
we stink in a good way. Yeah, absolutely. We go well with crackers.
Are you saying we're cracked up?
Well,
Or not all we're cracked up to
we're a
be?
crackpot team, so
Our crackpot teams are all over the place.
always. Oh, pretty point.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, a good baseline volley from Lamb. He's clearly shown he can keep up with Sam at that
Yes,
that part of
absolutely.
it. But once Sam starts to approach, he just has not been able to respond. We've seen a couple of decent lobs that he's been able to place over Sam's head, but yeah, Murillo has been in control and done a very nice job of moving and controlling the points.
Oh, Charles got it again.
Hey,
Nice.
That-
Look at him, a glove. It was
that
stuck
was
in the
stuck
fence.
in the fence
And
right
then it
behind
went right
him.
through him.
Right behind him.
It could have gone through him.
Oh, you did a nice job. Ole!
Hey, we'll get him
He's
a red cape. And
when he's not running camera, he's a matador. Ole! I said first time I said that, people went, "Wait, there's soccer?" See, and there we go, getting distracted again.
Talk about
No, no
bullfighting.
idea.
Well, you saw red.
No idea what happened to the point here.
I do. So Sam's up 5-1, and I think he's up. I think it's 15-all now.
thought there were more points than that.
Back in my day, we'd have to announce the points so you couldn't take the bus home. You'd have to walk back.
If you didn't announce
You
really,
have to-
really loud?
Yeah, it's really loud
Lee?
so everybody can hear it. Well, it echoes in a cave, you know. It's like so we figure if you do it loudly, everybody down in Cave 2, where the second singles were.
It's a good thing you invented chalk.
Absolutely.
So that they could, just put little hash marks on the side of said cave. Oh, the point that Sam put into the fence was the game point on that, on
Yep.
his service.
Yep.
So he's up 5-1.
Right, exactly.
So you were right. Now what's the score?
Where? Over
It's a little more complicated now.
So I think
We should
it's
have
deuce.
should have a graphic for the score that just says possibly it's possibly
Could be this.
around.
Could be this. Could be that.
Could be something else altogether.
But eventually we'll be close.
Lamb trying to put some angle on it and see if he can get Murillo to be the one running after the ball instead. Put a little too much angle on it. Had to wait for the first doubles court to break so the ball could be recovered.
I can't see what the score is on the second doubles. Well, we'll find out now.
1-1.
1-1. So that means they're tied at 1.
Usually that's what it means. Oh,
Oh, it's 1-0.
gave his opponents a point. Murillo hitting that one long, and I believe back to deuce.
Yeah.
We think perhaps it
Perhaps.
might be.
Question mark.
Did he get that across?
No,
Okay.
he hit his side first.
That's what I thought. So advantage Murillo.
Correct.
Possible.
50-50. 50-50.
We know that it's
But I think
not
it is.
advantage Lamb.
No, I think it is. I think you are
But
correct.
any other score is within the realm
It's
of
add out.
possibility. Nope, it's not.
It's not.
because
It's not.
it's terrible.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe now it is.
Yeah. It could be. Again, that's out. Now it's deuce.
Or not.
Or not.
Maybe we should just give up trying to guess.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a fun game, though. It's called Wrong Most of the Time. That's it.
So Lamb put up a good fight on a lot of points. It won't really show in the overall score of 6-0, 6-1. But San Maria with another convincing victory to start his season out.
Yeah, moved to
4-1.
Yep, pretty nice way to start the season.
And especially when you look at all 4 of the wins, 6-0, 6-1 or better.
Right. You know, and as a team, these two teams are looking to move to 4-1.
Well, a good battle on the first doubles court since they started, and it has continued here into set number 2. Coon Rapids trying to fight from behind, have a 1-0 lead. Savelli serving for the Cardinals, just long. Double fault.
Yeah, obviously an important set for the Cardinals, being down 1-0.
Solid play
Huge.
at the net for Cal Jensvold.
I mean, just got that one quickly and put it right between them. No opportunity for either one to get to the ball.
Strong net play again from Jensvold. And then the hit wide and long for Aiden McCarty. Return into the top of the net, and had it been 3 inches higher, it would have been right at the midsection of Jensvold. I don't know that he'd have been able to get a racket on it, but Cardinals with a 2-1 lead. Here in set number 2.
Yeah, they obviously need this one to stay in it.
Jacob Larson will be serving for Anoka when they complete the switchover.
Yeah, you talked about we talked about the weather. You know, fortunately, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for multi-sports to get action in today.
Good power from McCarty at the net. Found that baseline. Gets Anoka the early lead.
I have an on-air shout-out for you, Joey. And Dusty Wasserman says to say hello to you.
Dusty Wasserman.
Yeah.
Of the Wasserman clan.
I told him we were broadcasting tennis. He said he wished that he could be here. He said, say hi to Joe. I said, I will.
I'm sure the second part of that statement was true.
To say hi to Joe?
Yes.
The
first part of that, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, he just wanted the camaraderie and with being with the guys.
We do miss him.
And the girls.
One of the original Wassermans, Shane and Dusty, of course.
Yep.
Back in the early days of CTN.
Yep.
Gone on to wildly successful careers in the video industry.
And just really, really good guys.
Absolutely. And now there's 6?
I don't know, 7, I think.
In the Wassermans who have relocated from New York to the
Twin
Minnesota area and working in video.
A lot
Their
of
cousin
Wassermans.
Dan Wasserman plays plays goalie for my hockey team.
Yeah, and he does work for us. He does some work for us still.
Occasionally, yeah. He's also in high demand.
Yep. Well, if your name's Wasserman, you're in high demand.
Truth has never been more clear. I know it comes as a shock, but we got sidetracked again.
No, come on.
As long as the guys on the court know what the score is, eventually we'll be on board with them as well. It's been really tight from the very beginning. Grand Rapids had that break at the end of the first rotation, but Anoka returned the favor and been very tight back and forth. Has never been more than a 2-game lead. Anoka getting the service breaks at the end of the first set in order to gain that 6-4 win.
Yeah, they just again they don't want to give up service here. I'll try and get that thing tied at 2.
Good play right between them for McCarty.
Yeah, McCarty's been solid at the net. I've seen him make a number of nice plays, and that's going to give the game to Anoka and make it 2-2.
That one just wide for Jensvold. I believe in the whole match there's only been 3 service breaks.
Oh, it's pretty even, obviously even tennis.
Just long for Joe Savelli and an early Love 30 lead.
Yeah, if Anoka can break here, that would be huge. Already with that 1 set advantage.
Well out for Jensvold on the first serve. McCarty put it right down the middle and Jensvold swung through.
It's that fastball.
Now a tough spot down triple break point. And a tough service for Cal Jensvold, and the Cardinals sees them fall behind 3-2 here in the second set.
Yeah, tough break is right, and now with Anoka with the service. An opportunity to see if they can win serve and go up 4-2, which would be huge.
Looks like a lot of the courts clearing up.
Yes.
Ryder held, junior captain for the Cardinals, on the second singles. Looks like he's got a 5-2 lead in his second set.
Hey, Dubs.
Coach Stark calling his doubles team over and give him a little bit of word before they pick up action.
Playing good. He is. He's going to serve the off that first one.
So far, you know, we talked about it right from the very beginning, as each team was really handling their service pretty well. How important those service breaks would be, and to this point, you know, just 4 service breaks. 3 of them, unfortunately, for Coon Rapids are on the other side of the net. Now they find themselves in this spot where you've got Aiden McCarty coming in. Of the 2, the more vulnerable to a service break, most likely. He is the one they were able to break first time around, and there's never been a more important time to get a service break for Coon Rapids than right now.
Well, they need to have one, because it would be obviously that much more difficult to fall behind 4-2, already down a set.
First service was let, second was long. That was in the net, double fault.
Yeah, McCarty just can't feel the pressure here in this situation. Just needs to be successful, get his services in. So that one is long.
Looks like Ryder held, was able to hold on.
Yeah.
Get a win for the Cardinals in second singles. Great play from Savelli down the line, and McCarty just a little late recognizing and too far to go.
Yeah, and I don't even think he got all of it that he wanted. I think racket moved a little bit, but it did what it needed to do.
Savelli in good position, but angle a little off, puts it into the net. So 15-30. Service was long. And another double fault.
Wow. It's big. It's big for the Cardinals double team.
Couple of break points here to work with. Trying to get it back to even 3-all in this second set.
Yeah,
Riccardi gets crazy spin on his
Right.
serve. It looks like a slider.
And serving is such a mental part of this game, and because you know, if you start getting in a slump, it really gets into your head, and then you start forcing, and then you take things off your service game, and it makes it a little more difficult. And he's been pushing his first service wide or long. I get those two mixed up, wide and long. Nice point.
Both Cardinals thought, I think Jensvold thought Savelli was going to get it. Savelli thought it was going long, and also had Cal jumping into his line of sight as well, and ended up falling right inside that back line. And that'll get us to deuce.
That's out. That was a nice first service too, and a good job by Andrew to return it. I mean, Jensvold put. I mean, he put just enough on it to put it deep enough to make it difficult to return.
It's a huge win for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it really is.
Critical here in set number 2, and with the activities or lack thereof along the line, I think we may be close to having determined a victor before, or it could also be 3-3.
Yeah, very
could
well
come all come down to this. Of this we are certain, is that we are certain of little. We do know it's 3-3 here in the second set.
Right.
Unfortunately, a double fault to start for Joe Savelli. Beauty of a shot for Savelli to the corner, and Larson couldn't quite get there.
And yeah, nice Jensvold with some nice network as well. It was a good team point.
Good quick volley from both sides of the net, just out of the reach of the very long Cal Jensvold.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a reach.
Court.
He definitely can.
Charles under fire again.
But you know what? Charles is in charge.
Loved that show. I really did.
Did you?
Oh yeah. Well, that's exactly
Yeah.
my era. Oh yeah. And now I will have that that song stuck in my head for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, that's so good.
Strong play from Savelli again. Gets it right into the chest of Larson in close. Not a lot he could do with it. Yeah, that one on a tee for Cal Jensvold, and He took care of it. The Cardinals take care of that service pretty quickly, and now there's some discussion as to whether that was it or
Was it?
apparently not.
Nope.
That was not it. So we're not the only ones who get confused
Well, Coach
on
Stork
the
came
point.
out.
So now game point.
Yeah.
Again, goes right at Larson in close. Or now it's game
Now.
point.
Or is it deuce?
We know it's not advantage Anoka.
No.
Of anything else, there's a possibility. Well, it is not love 15.
No,
We know it's not love 15, but now if they played by Howie's old-timey rules, McCarty had he had a lane to put it, and he just got on top of it a little too much, and that now is game point.
Correct.
And a big win for the Cardinals.
Huge win.
You know, again, if they played by Howie Shapiro's old-timey rules, everyone in the county would know the score because they'd be calling it out so long.
Absolutely. And then we'd all go down to the crick afterwards, celebrate
The Crick?
at the crick.
Coon Rapids Ice Center?
No,
No.
it wasn't that. It wasn't around then. No, the actual crick.
Creek.
No, the crick.
Oh, the creek. A crick is what you have in your neck. It is not water that flows through.
It was where I came from.
On your serve. Serve to the backhands. Or serve to the forehands.
And my favorite crick,
Is
Coon Rapids Ice Center.
yeah.
My favorite creek,
Is
the Minnehaha. Got to. It's hometown. Jacob Larson to serve. His team up 1-0, but trailing here in the second, 3-4. And a double fault to start.
Not the way you want to start here. Trailing 4-3. You obviously want to be able to put Coon Rapids away in 2, but Cardinals have other words for that, as they're up 4-3, trying to get that break.
Well, and they have a tough task.
They
to
do.
Jensvold and Savelli going against all the top doubles teams that they face throughout the season, and they've been in a lot of close battles and have come up short. A lot of competitive points that haven't gone their way. Just 1-3
Right.
To start the year, but got that win in the victory over Rogers on Friday. And of course, Mother Nature robbed them of the opportunity to get in 3 fresh matches on Saturday.
Oh,
Great drop shot from McCarty. Savelli, a valiant effort, but comes up short. .40-15.
there you
That's
go.
where we're at. Double fault. Both points for the Cardinals on this service for Larson have come on double faults. And a win for the Tornado duo of Aiden McCarty and Jacob Larson. Puts them a win away from taking it in straight sets. And Cal Jensvold broken for the first time his last
No, isn't it
service.
4-4? It's 4-4.
Oh, you're right. I can't read my own. 4-4. You're right.
It is correct. It's 4-4.
So either way, Cal Jensvold broken on his serve for the first time his last service.
He certainly does not want to repeat that here. Solid return by Larson. Double fault. It's the Cardinals behind the 8 ball here in this game.
Miss hit by Larson will keep the Cardinals' hopes up a bit.
It's 30 all.
Jensvold sends it long, and it's deuce.
Definitely the most important game for the Cardinals here in this match. You do not want to go down 5-4 with Anoka serving.
Jensvold made a good effort. I think that was going over the fence.
It was.
But he's got
that long reach.
We talked about how long he is, but the previous one put it on a platter for McCarty, and McCarty ate it up.
He did. Now it's add out.
Looking for that back corner, but sent it just wide.
Just wide
and
as
back
well.
To deuce.
Yeah, just out. Good camera work.
In addition to dodging tennis balls, he also stays focused on the match. Focus being a double entendre.
Yep.
Entendre being a big word.
Word of the day.
Huge win
Huge.
for the
Yeah.
Cardinals. Looks like one court still going. Down at the other end, a doubles court. Second or third, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the overall score is at this point.
We know the Cardinals have one for
Two.
absolute.
No, we know
sure.
they have two.
Ryder held. Yeah, I
Yep.
suppose there's. I was going to say for absolute sure we know Maria won one.
Correct.
At one. Ryder held relatively like 98% certain that he won it. Two. From there, we don't really know much of
Right.
anything except what's happening here at first doubles. And right now, Cal Jensvold and Joe Savelli hold a 5-4 lead in the second set after surrendering the first set to the Anoka Tornado duo of Aiden McCarty and Jacob Larson by a 4-6 score.
Yeah, and they're going to try and break the Tornadoes here and to see if they can keep this match alive. Have the upper hand right now, up 5-4, but they will have to break service to win this set.
Well, again, they've only been able to break the service of Anoka one time.
Right.
And that was the first service for McCarty.
You know,
through.
I happened to chat a little bit with Blake DeGroat before this match. I think Blake plays second doubles, right? So nice young man.
Sure.
He's one of the captains, and
Also knew that.
he told me to do good television. I told him to do good tennis. So
That sounds like a fair trade to me.
I thought so, but nice chat with him though, for sure.
McCarty's surface, and again, he's got that spin. It comes in moving sideways a lot more than you'd expect and just out of the reach of Jensvold.
A quick early lead here.
Two serves that are not returned to his side of the net, and a 30-love lead for Aiden McCarty and his teammate Jacob Larson. Too much loft on it from Jensvold, and McCarty looking to sweep through this service. Sounds of relays running by on the track behind us. And a very quick win for Anoka. Put it back to 5-all.
Yeah, it was a big win, quite obviously, to keep this one alive and keep Anoka's hopes alive of winning this one. Capturing that first doubles.
And again, we talked about it earlier a couple of times, a 3-1 team score record for both of these squads early on. Savelli starts with a double fault. Coach Storick hustling after.
He's always hustling.
the wayward tennis balls. He does it all at the pivot courts.
Yes. That is for sure.
Every point pretty crucial for the Cardinals. Trying to force a third and decisive set or possibly tie break, depending on the team situation. Not a lot you can do with that.
No.
Well played by Jensvold, and again, those long levers able to get up on top of that.
Well, yeah, he's got a lot of power in it, and there's no way anybody's going to return that one.
It's another big win for the Cardinals.
Yep. Puts him up 6-5. Looking to stay alive here.
Jacob Larson to serve for Anoka.
Coach Stork. I've seen a little opportunity to chat with his double team. Up 6-5, down 1 set to none. Tornadoes serving to stay alive in this set.
Little too much on it for Savelli. Oh, squeezed right through.
What?
The ball went right through the net, right through the fence.
It's magic.
Slippery from the grease it got on it
From the
underneath the CTN truck.
It's that grease and antifreeze makes a tough combination.
That one just out of the reach of McCarty.
Yeah, good.
Savelli able to get there, just not able to
Nope.
get a strong enough racket on it.
I kind of figured.
Double fault.
And that'll keep the Cardinals in this game. 40-30 now. And now deuce. So it'd be a huge break
Oh,
if the
yeah.
Cardinals could, especially after being down 40-15.
Correct.
If they could come back and get this win and force a deciding set or super tiebreaker.
Super tiebreaker, yep.
I would. Really
wide.
strong play by
Yep.
McCarty at the net, but finally pushed it just wide, and it'll be advantage Cardinals. An opportunity to get the 7-5 win here in set number 2. Back to deuce.
Yeah, just can't get over the hump on that that point.
Let serve. Be Cardinal advantage again. And the Cardinals get a big win there.
Boy, McCarty just killing himself on that one.
First time the Cardinals have been able to break service on Jacob Larson. Yep, just got the word from Coach Stork, super tiebreak.
Yep.
So for our non-highly tennis literate portion of our viewing audience, can you please explain to us, Howie, how a super tiebreak works?
I'm trying to remember what the scoring is on a super tiebreak. We never had them. I think I don't know if it's first one to 10. I think so.
Win by 2.
Yeah. Well, I know you have to win by 2, but
Remember how they break up the service?
I
Two
think
serves
two
per
and then,
player.
Yeah. That.
And after all 4 serve, they switch sides or something. Oh, we'll figure it out
Yes,
as we
we
go.
will. I think it is though. to. I'm pretty sure it is to right to 10.
I need to move a little bit to get back in the sun.
Here, we'll move this. We'll move
Sun
to our
is
left.
the sun is sinking fast in this early spring in Minnesota. Get out here, we get a little more sun. Stay a little warmer. But I remember several years ago, this has got to be, I'd say 10 to 15 years ago, we did a tennis match in this very spot.
Standing on ice.
Standing on at least 3 inches
It was
of
cold.
solid ice beneath our feet.
Yep. I remember.
Wind blowing, sun wasn't out, and we were in the shade. It was cold, and we were standing on a block of ice. It was not comfortable.
No, it was not fun.
It was still fun.
I mean,
it
well,
was just not comfortable.
No. But it's not fun to be uncomfortable. Typically.
So Jensvold with the first service. And the Cardinals win the first point.
Yep. So now Anoka gets 2 serves.
It's got McCarty's got to serve next. Double fault for McCarty. And a second point for the Cardinals. Beautiful return from Jensvold out of the reach of McCarty charging the net.
Oh, they couldn't have asked.
And Coon Rapids getting the points at the right time.
I was going to say they couldn't have asked for a better start to the super tiebreaker.
And now Joe Savelli for the Cardinals with a 3-0 lead. And a 4-0 lead. Good play by Savelli, and Larson got a racket on it, but plays it into the net. And Coon Rapids quickly jumping to a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, great advantage here for the Cardinals is now they put a lot of pressure on Anoka. And makes it much more difficult for them to win this match.
Larson's first is long. couple of really nice strokes from Cal Jensvold. First the lob, and then in a perfect position to finish the point.
So it makes it 6-0, and they're going to change sides. In a really good spot.
Typically, the super tiebreak would indicate that the match had already been decided in the favor of one team or the
Correct.
other. Since we know Coon Rapids had at least 2 wins, I'm going to go with Coon Rapids already has the 4 necessary.
Yes.
And again, just stringing good points together at the most critical time.
Yeah, absolutely. And good strong net play as well.
Well, net play would be part of a point.
Yeah, but I'm saying just strong net play to win point rather than just winning it on your ground stroke or your service.
Larson headed back way up for that. Oh, good play. Great play again at the net, as you mentioned.
Yep. Your game's won at the net.
Opportunistic play, good positioning for Joe Savelli.
And it's 8-0.
And just good positioning, not quite the angle he needed on the racket. And that gives some life and hope. It finally broke the streak.
Well, they've got their work cut out for them if they're going to get back into this. Trailing by the amount they are.
Service was long.
Yep.
It was a very athletic play, though, by
was.
Larson. He went up and got that thing. Huge play again at the net by
Really
Savelli. And now match point times 7.
Yeah, they're in a good spot.
And the service will go back to Savelli. After falling in the first set 4-6, they never trailed in the second, but had to gut out a tough one, 7-5, and great position here up 9-2 in the super tiebreak. Service was long. Really strong performance in a comeback win for the Cardinals' top doubles team.
That was a lot of fun. I mean, it really was a good doubles match. It's all you can ask for. Very close first 2 sets, and then Coon Rapids just dominating in the super tiebreaker to get the win.
And again, assuming a lot, but believing that the Cardinals got the victory
Yeah, I
here
would think so.
and are moving to 4-1 on the season. They have another match, I think, tomorrow against Armstrong, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And then a tournament coming up on Saturday, and I can't remember who's coming to the pivot courts for that event, but they're hoping for better weather. Had a similar event on the schedule. Had St. Michael Albertville, Schaefer Academy, and there was one other that were coming in last Saturday, and that one got rained out. But spring is in full swing.
Certainly is.
A couple of nice wins for the Cardinals' top singles and doubles teams here on CTN this afternoon. Hoping the trend can continue as we get our first look at the baseball squad on Wednesday as they travel to take on Centennial. Bill Hupp providing the call along with my partner Howie Shapiro. Boys lacrosse on Monday night. Centennial against Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. The Catbirds. Some more girls lacrosse for you next Wednesday against Totino Grays. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. We want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.